Standing at the front of your mat in mountain pose, feet hips distance apart. Take a slight bend in the knee, tuck the tailbone, roll the shoulders down your back and reach the fingertips down. Press into the feet. Focus on your breath, inhaling and exhaling. Sweep the arms up overhead, reaching towards the sky, and then sway forward, forward fold, rolling back up, and then take a few sways here up and down, opening up the spine in a dancing way. Sweeping up and back. You can bend the knees as much as you need to here. Pressing the fingertips into the ground. Come up halfway, reaching through the crown of your head, elongating the spine. Take a deep bend in the knees as you send the right foot back, and then the left, plank pose. Bend the knees, bring the seat up and back, downward dog, pressing through the heels. Rotating the thighs inward. Come forward to plank position, engaging the core. Lower halfway, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, keeping the thighs lifted off the ground, pressing into the tops of the feet. Open the chest. Tuck the toes, bring the seat up and back, downward facing dog. Lift the right foot off the ground, pointing the toes, keeping the hips square. As you bring the right foot, place it between the hands. Lift the left foot off the ground, keep the hips square here, and come forward to a standing split. Walk the fingertips forward, kicking up as high as you can, and then taking a deep bend in the knees, crossing the knees over each other. Kick back up. Bend the knees, almost coming all the way down, and then kick all the way back up. Standing split. Come almost all the way down, and then kick back up. Drop the left foot behind you, about 4 feet, coming into a warrior one position. Sinking into that front leg, keeping the knee over the ankle and lifting the arms up overhead, opening the heart, opening the throat, opening the crown chakra. Lower the arms and then sweep them up as you bring all the weight to your right leg, lifting the left leg up in front of you with the knee bent, arms up overhead. We'll come into an eagle pose, bending the left leg, crossing it over the right leg. You can wrap that foot around your shin if you can, and we'll do eagle arms. Swinging the right arm underneath the left, crossing the wrists and clasping the fingers, bringing the elbows up towards the chest, pushing them away from you. Staring at one focal point or a drishti point to keep your balance. And release. Tadasana. Find your center and begin to sway one side and then the other, letting your arms be loose here, opening up the spine. Finding your center again. Sweep the arms up overhead and forward fold, hinging at the hips. Step the right foot back. And then the left, plank position. Bring the seat up and back, downward facing dog. Kick the left foot back, keeping the hips square as you bring the left foot in between the hands, low lunge, and then kicking the right foot up off the ground, walking your fingertips out a little bit, standing split, keeping the hips square. Take a deep bend in the knees, and then kick back up again. Lower, keeping a deep bend in the knees almost all the way, and then kick back up again. Lower again, taking a deep bend in the knees and kick back, keeping the hips square, and then dropping that right foot behind you for warrior one, sinking into that front leg, keeping the knee over the ankle, hips square towards the front of the mat, opening the chest and heart. Bring all the weight to the left foot as you bend the knee in front of you, dropping the arms and then crossing the right leg over the left for eagle pose, sinking into the hips, tuck the tailbone, and then wrap that foot around the shin if you can. Eagle arms here, left arm under right, opposite arms this time, and clasp the fingers if you can. Sink into the seat, find a drishti point. You can hinge forward to deepen the pose a little bit here. And release. Tadasana. Kicking the legs out. Sway from side to side. Sweep the arms up overhead and hinge forward at the hips, forward fold, dropping the head and neck. Step the right foot back and then the left, downward facing dog. Come forward, plank position, lower chaturanga, upward facing dog, lifting the heart and chest. Tuck the toes, bring the seat back, downward facing dog. Bring the right foot forward, then the left to meet the hands, forward fold. Come up halfway, release, forward fold. Sweep the arms up overhead, root to rise, palms meet at heart center. Reverse swan dive, palms down to the mat. Take a deep bend in the knees, step the left foot back, low lunge. Walk the right foot out to the edge of the mat. Place the hands in between your legs. Drop the back knee, untuck the toes. Come onto your forearms for lizard pose. Opening the hip deeply here. This may be where you stay. You can come all the way onto your belly, or you can come onto the outer edge, the pinky side edge of that right foot, and open the hip, pressing the knee outwards. Come up onto your hands. Bring that right foot back up behind you, kicking it out up. Reaching through the toes and bend that right knee. Open the hips and release. Come forward, plank position, lower chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Bring the left foot up towards the sky, and then bring that left foot between the hands, low lunge. Walk that left foot outside of the left hand towards the edge of the mat. Drop the back right knee, untuck the toes. Stay here or lower onto your forearms. Lizard pose. You can come onto your belly, or you can come onto the outer edge of your left foot. If this pose is really hard, you can always use blocks if you have them at hand. Pressing the knee outwards towards the left. Come up onto your hands again. Tuck the toes and lift that left foot high to the sky. Open up the hips and bend the knee behind you. And release, downward dog. Come forward, plank position. Drop the knees. Cross the ankles behind you. And come onto your seat. Coming into lotus pose, if possible, take the right heel towards the left inner hip and then the left heel towards the right inner hip. Place the hands in front of you, tenting the fingers and coming up onto your knees, coming into Gorakshasana pose. Gonna hopefully lift all the way up if possible, swinging up and back, lifting the arms up. And then release. Bring the seat back. And we'll try again. Swing the arms up, coming up onto the knees, thrusting the hips forward. Great job. You can do some neck rolls here. You can release your legs if it's uncomfortable. Straighten the legs out in front of you and shake them out. Come into a comfortable seat. Roll the shoulders down your back and close your eyes. Your palms can meet at heart center. Imagine the color violet. Open yourself to awareness of the divine and your highest consciousness. Focus on breathing in the violet light, relaxing and letting go, keeping your focus on the crown of your head, allowing the chakra to open. Visualize it as a crown of light above your head, feeling it expanding and opening to the wonder and radiance of spirit. Send love up and out the crown chakra and welcome its return in a beam of light that pours down your whole being. Let the energy flow through you and around you. Breathe in the power and the healing of the violet light. Keeping the gaze soft, uncross the legs and release yourself onto your back. Take a deep inhale and exhale as you release your whole body and any tension onto the earth. Place your feet on the floor and bring your knees into your chest. Hug your head to your knees and bring your knees over to one side, resting on your extended arm underneath your head. Slowly bring your awareness back to earth. Press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Thank yourself for this practice. Namaste.